Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. And yes, it has been a long time since I said that, except for the earlier video that me, HKP, and Jimjam did. I am finally back in this world, but this could be potentially the last time I play in this world. Um, and I think that because I just don't play in this world anymore. I have collected just about everything you can in Minecraft in this world with some new things added, but those we can, figure out how to get. I don't even know like what all is new, but due to me getting a brand new keyboard and mouse that doesn't have buttons that are literally broken. So I guess this is also the return of my Shift, Enter, F, and 6 keys, and I think a couple of other keys that I didn't even know were broken because I don't ever use them, which is crazy. But I thought, what better than to wonder if I should even continue this series or finally say it's the end of this series to potentially start a new series. That way I can return to Minecraft once more, but I wanted to take a look at everything to see if it is truly worth it to start over. I've been in the talks with it amongst myself with the thought of bringing Jim Jam into it, although Jim Jam only likes to play rivals. But what better way to start this off than to look at my first house in this server that I built alone? I just built this Jonku Jim Jam Ultra Tabs. And I'll only be looking at things that I really want to look at. So no like finding random things everywhere and being like, oh, this is cool. No, I want to just mainly look at the things that are or mean something to me, you know. Um, and this world does mean something to me. This is my first world that I did while making videos. Um, I had a layout for the actual thumbnails, which I don't think I have anymore due to swapping cap cuts. The upstairs I never did anything with. I had a plan for it was going to be my trophy room, and then I figured out, oh well, I'm moving from here anyway, so this was the treasure room. I was thinking about stealing that. I need to remember that if I ever need a dragon head. There's one here. Oh yeah, but that's this. Oh wait! I'm crazy. The main thing about this house is the underground bunker, which was actually my home. I never really did anything with the upstairs. It was always down here is what I did. This is previously where I had every dog type. We have my chest room. That was crazy. This was the water room for the brewing stand. By the way, my new keyboard and mouse are from it is called Bluefinger, and they are goated. It's not sponsored. I'm just saying that, if you need a keyboard and mouse set that comes with a microphone, consider getting Bluefinger because the mouse looks amazing, feels amazing. I mean, it's great. The keyboard and mouse both light up. The keyboard has all the colors in one. It's just rainbow across. It goes from blue into purple, into pink, into a reddish, into an orange, yellow, green, all the way down. I did get a new controller. That way I don't have stick drift in both my L and R stick. The controller has blue, pink, red, purple, which obviously I use the red. It came with a mouse pad and a headset, all for like $30. I think it was. I think it was like 35. So if you're like me and looking for things that are actually in budget and you don't have just random money laying around that you can spend just thousands of dollars for, just whatever, pick this keyboard and mouse up. and the mouse pad is really nice as well. I currently have this mouse pad underneath my other one, but still halfway sticking out, so I can use it for. Because the way my desk is, it's an L-shaped desk, so I've got this screen here in front of me, but to my left is my other screen. But we're gonna check out Jim Jam's home. Ow, I forget about that. Um, Lots of misdeeds were done here, stabbing him. Big present I left him, which still has all his boats. Still got some stuff in here. God, that is so bright. I forget that this add-on makes everything just deadly bright. But it's fun. See? I mean, you got animations in it, everything. I mean, look at that. But due to me, actually having a fully working keyboard and mouse, because my mouse also wasn't working. So, but that's because I was using. So when I first started streaming, I've been using the same things I've been using for streaming that I've had for so long in my life, including the mouse and keyboard. I've had that way before I was even streaming. So just think of every time I've done streaming, making videos, even way before that is how long I've had these things. So, it's finally time to replace them. And obviously, no, I did not throw it all out. Just in case this one breaks, I still have my other stuff. Even though they're halfway broken, it, will work. Oh my gosh, this is the little baby chicken. Okay, I haven't done a video since the last video I did was the spear video, where I fully maxed out the spear, if I remember correctly. Actually, the last video I did might have been a video about exploring the world, but this is a fresh return to the world as of 2026. It is June 9th. So, yeah. Wanted to go ahead and fall asleep there. And then obviously to the side of my house, we didn't even check out Jim Jam's under house. Let's go check that out real quick. By the way, this mouse feels incredible on the hand. I do wish I was sponsored by them, because I only have nice things to say, except for the headset. Headset was absolutely awful. Apparently it was as bad as Jim Jam's old headset was. Unless he was lying. He might have been lying. I don't know. It's Jim Jam. It's hard to get a answer out of him. Yeah, this is Jim Jam's underground home. And a thing I loved about this world is it was originally mine, Ulch Tabs, and Jim Jam's. But I stayed on it as... I'll tell you something, chat. So, me and Minecraft have a long history. I've played Minecraft my entire life. I have played Minecraft, sit in a computer chair and play on the computer. Obviously, I played way back in Minecraft when it was just there was no hunger bars and everything looked crappy. But, hey. Back when there wasn't stacks and stacks of things, there wasn't what it is now, is what I'll say. It used to be way more simple. And for a long time, I only played on, back when Netherite came out, I still hadn't played the Netherite update, or, one you can play ore spawn on. The earliest you can play ore spawn on is the one I played for many years without ever updating the game, because I wanted to play ore spawn, and Pixelmon. Oh my god. Pixelmon and ore spawn are the two greatest things I've ever played in my life. If I could include those in my top 5 favorite games, I could put those over Elden Ring. For the sole reason that ore spawn is the greatest mod, with Pixelmon being the second greatest mod of all time. Villager, and by the way, that was the pillager farm which I was so excited to build, and I sat there for hours doing the potion things just so I can use it. Lots of dogs, there's some cats. The reason there's cats in there is because of the villager breeder right here that I never used again. Because I don't need to, because the fact I get infinite, stuff, XP and all that. As you can tell, I have 43 levels. This is my farm. I loved it. It's a great farm. Um, this goes down to our first trial chamber. I remember digging down right here. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something underneath this, but I dug down just enough, and I fell into a trial chamber for the first time ever, and I was like, whoa, I don't like it. Well, it turns out it was pretty fun, and we went down in that trial chamber at least 100,000 times due to getting, XP, diamond armor. Look at all. Okay, so that is a beautiful pumpkin. Here are all the types of birds, and then this was probably one of my greatest finds ever in this game. So, out in the wild, I was searching around. If I remember correctly, I was searching around that distance, that way. It was like maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 blocks away. I brought this panda all the way to my home, 2,000 blocks away or something like that. It was a crazy amount of blocks to the point I almost killed him, but I found a wild brown panda. Before I seen any other panda, the first panda I see is a brown panda, and that is on live, where y'all can watch on my playlist. I don't remember which episode, but check around episodes 20 something, maybe before that. As you can tell, we have the two skeleton horses. I actually have more skeleton horses at my castle, I believe. Right here we have all the different type. I think it's every cat now. I think in one of my newer videos, it was, I forgot which video it was, but one of my videos prior to this one, I got all the cats, and there's 2 iron golems in there for some reason. I don't know. I got my allays, which was the most annoying thing to get in here because they would not stop flying out. We got armadillos, we got a llama, and then I saved the rest of this for other mobs I was going to collect, but obviously, as of every Minecraft world, like I was going to say before I forgot to mention it, as of every Minecraft world, it is always left to me alone to continue the world, and that's why I'm thinking of quitting this world. Although this world has definitely in the past become a solo adventure due to Ultratabs no longer playing anything, and Jimjam just only playing Rivals, and not having PlayStation Plus. So, fly a little bit over here. This was the first armadillo farm, craziest XP method I've ever found until, which I'll show y'all here soon, I found the next craziest. This broke several times from a creeper blowing it up, from it not working the first 3 times I built it. I built it on live multiple times. So if you want to see those videos, see how I built it, you can go ahead and do it, but don't do it because it sucks. There's a way better farm that you'll see here in a second that I think I did off camera, if I remember correctly. I might have done it off camera and showed y'all the aftermath of the headache of making it. This right here is a iron farm that only works if I stand in a specific spot in the middle of it. So obviously it doesn't have the craziest amount. As soon as I say that, it's working. I never get to see this thing work. So this is crazy. What do y'all think of watching me do a manhunt? obviously with HKP and jimjam. I don't know how to do a manhunt, so that's one of those things of, well, if it ever happens, it happens. I don't know who's going to get hunted, who's going to be the hunters, if there's going to be one hunter. Is this thing working? What, are all the farms working now that I'm here? I hear them. That is insane that this thing works. There's no point in showing you the ocean monument. I think we go ahead and move on to the main event. My proudest build for this world is right there. My home that I thought about getting rid of and making a different home. This is obviously the new XP farm. So what you do is you place a lot of snow golems, which I think they constantly die. I don't know. Might be entity cramming or something, but you just spawn a lot of snow golems right here. They shoot this zombie, which is in water, because the water, for some reason, stops the snowballs from killing them, I think. But this shoots down these splash potion of infestation, which every hit the snow golems do, which if you have a lot of them, which will be a lot, will spawn a silverfish. And they will slide down into this contraption right here. This flips up, but you have to throw the tridents at the wall, or at these, and then flip them down, and the tridents will fall, causing them to constantly deal damage to the silverfish, which will skyrocket your XP, and in about 3 minutes you'll have 50 XP every time. Just about. I think it took like 10 infestation potions to get to like level 100. This is my full beacon. As you can see, I have thought about, like, so here's the thing, chat. I don't play PC Minecraft. I used to. Obviously, getting mods like Ore Spawn and Pixelmon is strictly PC, which is why I like Java instead of Bedrock, because Java, you can get mods for free. And you don't have to spend, or at least I think they're still free. I don't know. They probably cost money now because everything does. Nothing is ever free. Nothing fun is free. Actually, nothing ever is free. Fun, not fun. You know what I mean. So, yeah. Back when, Java was the only one I played, you can get mods. Obviously, I got Ore Spawn and Pixelmon, which I don't, maybe, but maybe not. The reason I'm flying back because I want to show y'all the castle when it's actually daytime. There's another beacon right here. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I didn't show off this side of the house. Oh my god, I'm forgetting so many things showing off. I've got to show off so many different things here before I move on. I'm just so excited to show off the castle because the castle is the coolest thing about this world. Because it's my castle. And I built a lot in there, and I spent a lot of time putting lots of things in there. So we're going to, first off, let's check out over here. And as you can see, we have all the axolotls, every type. I believe it is 2 of every type, including the blue one that took so many episodes of just, oh my god, it was the worst. That's another reason I wanted to delete this series, is because, or not to delete the series, but, and having this, seen that creeper, and having this be the first episode of the new series, which I will name this the Jonku Minecraft Adventure or Forever Adventure series or something. And that way I can continue what I've had for this world and continue it on. Maybe possibly even copying this world and tearing down everything that we don't need and rebuilding everything, you know what I mean? In my own image. That way it, fits as my world and it's not a shared world, which honestly it never was, if we're being honest. Nope, never was. But this one was a really cool addition to my world, and I have thought about moving it over to the castle. Just don't know where. But then again, I do like having this here as a reminder of this was my home. And look at the roof. I thought I did really good with the roof. It's different. This is the happy gas. Johan. See? Johan. The makeshift portal, obviously that's crying obsidian, so you can't go into it. Speaking of portal, we'll go into the nether portal and show y'all what the nether looks like. I don't remember if we did anything with the nether, like, room. I know we built it in the... Okay, yeah, we still didn't do nothing. Is this obsidian? Wow! That breaks obsidian quick. I know Jimjam's gonna want me to show off the jail cell. This was solitary confinement. And this was the jail. Cool and all, Whatever. Oh my gosh! I'm burning. That way leads to a long, long tunnel that goes to a nether fortress and a bunch of different areas. This way leads down a tunnel. This way leads down to a mine shaft I made for netherite, of course. I think right outside here is the nether fortress. Yeah, we got really lucky with this spawn. I mean, you kind of couldn't ask for a better spawn than what we got. So, yeah, very nice. God, it's so bright. There's one bad thing about this add-on. The add-on's great. I mean, 10 out of 10. It's basically perfect. Holy, is it bright. But now we'll fly over to the main event of what I want to show. Almost. Because there's a couple of other things, of course. I showed y'all that. I've showed y'all this. Before we actually get to the interior of this, there are a couple more things I want to show y'all. Right there is the sniffer pen, where it took so many Minecraft days to get both the types of seeds, which you'll see in a second. Here is the whole of skeleton horses. And I think there's a rabbit in there. That is a big rabbit. This right here is the cobblestone farm generator. Obviously, it needs TNT to power it, but it works. Which I had to break this and remake it about twice, maybe 3 times. If we fly over here, this was a village that we came to quite frequently because there was a ravine that had a lot of stuff. No diamonds, it was just mainly iron. But I don't remember this village having villagers or iron golem. I remember the iron golem, I do, because I left him here just to defend the village. That is a fall from max height limit down, and it leads to a cave that's got quite a lot of stuff I never went into, although I kind of wish I did. This right here was my favorite creation besides my home because it is a working creeper farm. And you sit up here in this little sky box while creepers on many different levels fall to their death and give you gunpowder. Here, I want to see. Yep, there. See? I can tell. And obviously they die on impact. So you don't get your looting 3. Yeah, this is no looting 3. This is all from creepers falling and dying. I think there was something else I built. Oh, yes. Okay, so I don't remember showing this off in a video. I might have. I don't fully remember how this works, though. That's going to be a tricky one to remember. This is a log farm that I had. I created it because I don't know. I sometimes be creating farms just to be creating them. Well, let's be honest here. I create a lot of things just to be like, hey, you know, I did that, you know. That was me. I think you put bone meal here, and it shoots out into that sapling. But I forgot where the logs collect. Do they collect right here? They do collect right here. I must have taken them already. Usually I leave something in the chest to remind me of what's actually supposed to happen. But I guess I didn't with that one. Because that honestly was... I have no remembrance of why I made that. This right here was a creation I was so happy to make because obviously, y'all know me, dinosaurs are one of my favorite things ever, and my favorite dinosaur even since I've been a kid. I mean, even when I was a tiny little Jonku, the Spinosaur has always been my favorite, which is why a Spinosaur with a samurai's armor is my main character and look for my YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all that. And the people that constantly ask for my Discord, yes, it's even the main thing of my Discord. Spinosaur. I have always loved the Spinosaurs. Always will, always have. It's just what I like. So I built a giant fossilized Spinosaur skeleton, which was tough. I had to do this, I think I had to redo this twice over. I don't think I did this one on live. I think this was one of the few creations I did off live. Mainly because I started doing things, finally got the video posted to HKP. Holy. I got the notification. Yeah, I did. It's right there. Because I have post notifications on for you. So every time you post, I will be notified so I can go like it and check it out. I cannot wait to check that out. I'll watch that as soon as this video is over with. But we're going to go down to the bottom floor. Took way too long to upload. Yours did. Mine took forever. Mine took from the time you probably started editing yours to now to upload. Yeah, look at the magma block smiley face. This was a drawbridge idea I had. This one little part took almost as long as the castle did because I could not figure out how to do this stair thing. It was the stupidest thing ever. And then this was open, which was stupid, but I had an idea of doing an automatic door, but it didn't look right, it didn't work. So I just put in a door and said, alright, I'll make a cool little thing right here. And now we enter what is my proudest creation in this world. Recreate this for the Minecraft movie challenge. Ooh. Here are my horses. I believe this was my first horse. This might have been, I don't know. Then somebody fact check that. Which is why I'm probably going to separate this into its own series of me returning to this world and actually playing Minecraft. Mainly because, well, you know, when you start a world with your friends and nobody plays with you, and you know this world just becomes yours, I've really been thinking about just making it my own thing because, let's be honest, if I remember so correctly, out of the 77 videos that are up for this series, I believe 50 of them I'm alone. So in reality, it was mainly a solo series. This is my crafting station. We got some more magma smiley faces. This right here was a room I took inspiration from nowhere. Mainly everything in this world, besides the farms, which obviously I need help building those because I'm not that smart in Minecraft. I can build them if I have somebody to tell me how to. But right here is the dining hall. We have the Ender Dragon head. We ate them. We have some food, candles, cake. Right here, I don't remember. I named him something, and I said we ate him. This is my throne. You got smoke and everything. I haven't tried out the new updates though, with the new sulfur blocks and all that. I've seen some cool smoke things, you know. The new slime. I haven't tried it all out. Literally, the last update I did with this series was the spear. When that came out, I did a review of everything in it, and that was it. This is the furnace room. I love this little chandelier I made. I'm not good at, obviously, I'm not good at making things, okay? I have good ideas. I just can't very well execute the ideas, if you know what I mean. Right here is the start of the chest room. Obviously, it's not going to be enough because I am a collector. So I built this down here in order to fill up more space and have more items. Because obviously I was going to do that. As always. But you got all the chairs all chained together. This is obviously my chair. My throne for down here. And the reason I say down here is because I have a second, more better throne. This was one of my favorite creations in this castle, was this spiral staircase that I made, because it looks great. Like, I mean, it looks beautiful, and you got the chains right here. This is my phantom that I can't remember what I named. I named him something. It was... I don't know. It was something. Right here is my enchantment room, which I spent so long in. Obviously, making my armor the greatest it could be. And I can't remember if they're fully maxed out or not. I know I don't have thorns, and I thought about resetting my armor and getting thorns. And then I was like, well, I'm good. I'm good. I don't really like thorns. Thorns breaks your armor way quicker, and I already have a hard enough time keeping everything alive. Which, not really, which is also another reason I thought, hey, what if I did put thorns, because I have the infinite XP farm, so maybe that could be the first thing we do with the new series, is actually fully max out my armor. I think all my tools are fully maxed out, if I'm correct. This doesn't have sharpness 5, which is, I mean, that's okay. But then we come in here. The treasure room that took many, many hours to do. From making this throne. Yes, this right here is the throne. It's huge, and you sit right here. Oh, and I overlook my empty kingdom of nothingness. Because I'm alone. Nobody here beside me. That was my first sword. First netherite sword. Which was obviously replaced by this much better one. That I named the Soul Sword after Magic's sword. Because, well, of course. Right here we have every type of smithing template that I know of. I don't know if any were added in the newest updates. We got Enchanted Golden Apple, Nether Star. These are maxed out, obviously. Is the spear maxed out? I don't know. I think okay, it's almost maxed out. I guess while I'm up here, this right here is my secondary shulker box that has all my, really good stuff in it. And honestly, I probably need to take some of these golden apples out of here and start using them. Yeah, see right here, we have the spear of Ichords. I think I named this after Angela's spear from Marvel Rivals. Or, well, she's not from Marvel Rivals, but you know what I mean. Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. It's got all the enchantments. So we got all these. The Elytra, turtle shell. Okay, so Namor's trident. I couldn't find a name for it, so I just called it Namor. We got I don't know why, but we got a maxed out fishing rod, flint and steel, brush, and a crossbow with piercing on it because my bow has flame and power 5 and punch 2. So very nice. One, I don't know how to use the mace, and I don't know how to use the spear. The spear, I kind of know how to use. The mace, nope. Just don't use it. Don't know how. Don't care to know. Because I'm more better with the sword anyways. And then here we have all the different types of armors. There was no leather Nautilus shell, so I just put a, wolf armor. There we have some random rare stuff. We got the ocean type rare stuff. There's the sniffer seeds and flowers. We got the different types of gems and ingots and other stuff. And yes, I added coal, even though it's not rare at all. But, hey. Then we had the different mob heads with the Ender Dragon head being right there. This was my first starter map. This is the starter map I spawned with. Oh my gosh. That scared the tar out of me. I always have an ink crystal in my trophy room. That's always a centerpiece to the side, far away from everything else. Just in case it ever decides to explode. We have an elytra. A bunch of different blocks, including a netherite block. You get your debris, you got your deep slate diamonds. Right here we have a blue axolotl aquarium. I don't think this was originally the plan. I remember doing this room and thinking forever of what I could do because each corner of this area has something to do. And this corner had nothing. So I sat here for a while deciding what exactly I wanted to do, and I ended up doing this with the blue axolotls because they're insanely rare, and I'm gonna show off that I got that stupid blue axolotl that took ages and ages to get. And then we go in here, and you got a bunch of different rare blocks, and yes, that is deep slate emerald. I have 3 because I got. And I didn't even do it on live. I didn't get a video of it either. I gotta have my word for it. It might have been on live. It might not have been. But I got 3 deep slate emeralds in one spot. I mean, I was mining at a location that they were supposed to spawn at. Which emerald doesn't spawn in, big groups. They all spawn separately. So me finding 3 altogether in one exact spot is so rare. I couldn't even get a actual calculation number from Google or AI or anything. No videos, no nothing. So it was the craziest thing that ever happened. Got a respawn anchor. I still don't know what these do. No block. The shrieker. Which I don't think works. We got a beacon, another heavy core because I think let's see, 1, 2, and then I have 2 hammers. So yeah, I think I've gotten like 4 or 5 of them. Right here we have the Ender Dragon egg that I have surrounded in the shape of an egg with the same pink glass that you get from the End Cities. We have Ancient Debris. We have every type of armor set. I always love doing this in my trophy rooms, having every armor set. But since, you know, the copper armor takes a spot like this, I had to... Oh, no, that's leather. That's copper. Since the copper one takes a spot, I removed a netherite and put it alone. Even though this doesn't line up, sadly. It's, you know, whatever. Doesn't need to, because netherite is the coolest. This is, I know, this is suspicious sand and suspicious gravel. I'll show y'all suspicious gravel and suspicious sand. Yes, I got everything in here you see is survival only. Nothing in this world was creative, which is good. Because usually when I give myself creative powers, it ends up just taking over, and I'm like, well, since I'm already in creative, I might as well just grab this, but I'll only grab this. That turns into, well, I'm in creative, let me just grab everything I want, and then the world just becomes irrelevant and no reason to even play it because it's in creative. And there's no thrill in it. I only play creative if I want a world to where I can just build things. Oh my god. Okay, this looks suspicious, I know. But, trust me when I say, this is all survival. It's, alright, look, emeralds, that's easy to get. I have a pillager farm, so that's not suspicious at all. So please, don't be like, oh, Jonku, you can't have all that and survival. All of my different collections. Oh, shoot. What was I planning with that? Oh my god. Go back to past Jonku in those videos and see what I was planning with that much TNT. Good lord. Obviously I don't have every single... Oh yeah, right here. So I was planning on recreating my armor with getting Thorns 3. So that was in the plans. I just didn't get to doing it. Wow. Cannot believe that was actually going to happen. We got totems. Here's the water stuff. You know, it's all very nice. Sniffer egg. I've got a lot of those. I got 3. And if you're wondering, you're like, Jonku, there's something wrong with this picture. Why do you have, like, 300 Heart of the Seas? Well, chat, I have 300 Heart of the Seas because I went and got 300 treasure chests. One sec. Because I went and got, like, well over 300 treasure chests for the sole purpose of finding 2 of these. My third ever treasure chest, when these first came out, I got this one. And I was like, wow, this is going to be a piece of cake. No, I was wrong. Hours, the reason this world is at 831 days is because it took 200 something days, I believe, to even get a second diamond one, so I can have a netherite nautilus shell that I'll never even use or look at again because it's just sitting right there. So chat, if you're thinking about collecting all this, don't. Unless you have good luck, and I don't. Oh yeah, right here. I forgot about this. So there's a stairway of ancient debris ending in a diamond block. With all my dogs! All of my dogs. Not one of them has a name. Because I'm not going to name all of them because I'm not good at naming things. The only ever really good name I've ever named anything was Jonku, and that's me, so. And if y'all ever want the backstory of what my name is, just ask, and I'll tell y'all. It's a pretty cool backstory. This is my bed, of course, with my giant dog picture, which I say is my real-life dog, Jasper. I love him. My little buddy. Then we have a sad, well, it's a happy gas, but he doesn't look quite happy because he's supposed to be in water. So, yeah, he doesn't look quite happy considering it's all fiery and red and evil. Which is the craziest thing. I have the evil castle. Jim Jam was supposed to have the good castle, when in reality, it should be reversed. He's evil, I'm good. He even says that. He pointed it out to me. He was like, "Oh, Jonku." God. They changed the distance. He was like, "Jonku, why do I have the good castle and you have the evil castle?" And I was like, it's good question there, buddy. But I think that is going to be it for this tour of my home. For the sole reason of one of the only reasons I did this is because I wanted to try out my new mouse and keyboard, see how they work, how they feel, and they feel great. I could definitely see myself, revisiting the Minecraft series in my own way. And, as the great Miles Morales says, I'm going to do my own thing. Oops, okay. Sorry, I just want to try it. I haven't seen the totem pop in a long time. And if you're wondering, Jonku, are you gonna do a hardcore series like all these other amazing YouTubers that have hardcore series? No, I'm not, because I die constantly. I'm not good at this game, and I don't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours on a world just for it to go away, because I play Bedrock, and Bedrock likes to glitch out a lot and kill you in random situations that don't make sense. And I don't play on PC, so I can't have all the cool things like Light Matica, and I can't make every single farm possible in the same thing that will, give me 5 million gold in just 5 seconds, or, something like that. I can't have all that. I play Bedrock. We don't have the cool stuff, okay? If I did, yeah, I'd do a hardcore world and probably die within the first 5 days. I'm like, alright, that's it for the series. But, just don't. But this is my world. I do think I'm going to turn this into a new solo series, with the rare occasion of Jim Jam joining, if he decides to play, obviously. And if he doesn't, oh well. Because, I like to play alone. Considering I do it 90% of the time. And I would like for this world to actually be shown more and have more to it, obviously, because there's so much to this world. I'd spent so much time on it. I think I spent more time on this world than I did my very first world, which there is a video of that on my page. It's not in any playlists, I don't think. It's in one of those videos you just gotta look for. Actually, I might be able to tell y'all where it is, because I have my page pulled up. Yeah, it's not in any playlists. Yeah, no playlists, so let's see. videos. It's far down there. I mean, it took forever. Well, I mean, it didn't take forever to figure out this. It took forever to figure out if 77 was my last video that I did. So yeah, it took a second to figure that out. Trying to think what's the latest it could have been. Like I'm back when the zombies first came out. Ha! I did episode 65 of the Minecraft series. I did the 667 joke. Oh my god! In the thumbnail, because Jimjam's gamer tag has 67 in it. Oh my gosh. So many noises going on in my ears right now. Goodness gracious. I have been thinking about bringing back the FNAF series, because we gotta do FNAF 4 now. Because FNAF 3 was the last one I did. I don't see the video. Oh my gosh. I swear it's here somewhere, chat. In one of my 600 something videos. I think I'm at like 680 now. Am I 680? I forgot how to check. Holy people, and people love the FNAF series. The FNAF series is one of my best series on YouTube. Which is not why I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I promised y'all I was going to do it. Okay, so my first world was... I showed y'all my first world 10 months ago. Goodness gracious. Maybe I should do a showing my first world again video. Probably not. Because the first world, although it's amazing, the only cool thing, once again, is my home. Because... well, with all good things, it has to come to an end. Which I think might be this might be the final episode of the... what did I name this series? I've got so many playlists as well. The Jonku and the Boys Minecraft Adventure series. I think this is going to be the final episode of a so-called forever series that didn't last. But when old things die, new things begin. Get out of my way. So, with a final goodbye from this series for now. Maybe we'll return to it some other time. Maybe I'll continue the series if Jimjam decides that he wants to stay in this world. Or if anything ever happens, you know, maybe we'll come back to the series. If I do collabs with other people and they come to this world, maybe we'll add it to this series or something. I don't know. I'll decide what I want to do, but potentially for the last time of this Minecraft world at 832 days, I believe this is going to be the last time I say this in this series. I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night whenever you're watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.